Yeah, watch it. Got the riffs on the track. That on the boards. Church. Bishop Lamar. Wow. Yeah, the statistics shows my ballistic flows generate big cake, not big candles that spaghetti them O's. I'm so ready, how to pack my clothes. I'm so heavy with no D, how them boys. I rock them gators more than Dundee boys. I'm the real raw deal, y'all just still decoys. Like
So, and it transformed from fiction into realism, even though it is a work of fiction.
For that green like for Rick, no, not from New Orleans, but can you see me, homie? Mic check, check 1, 2. If it ain't a check or text, that's all I'm gon' do. Mic check, check 1, 2. If you ain't talking dollars, I can't understand you. Mic check, check 1, 2. If it ain't a check or text, that's all I'm gon' do. Mic check. Check 1, 2. If you ain't talking dollars, I can't understand you. Yeah, look around, left, right, up and down.
So in the time before everything starts, and the second book kind of gets into the very beginning of it, and then the third book kind of ends up the first phase of what happened.
My target audience when I wrote it, in my head was were basically teenage girls that had read Twilight and were sorry that it was over.
From this reason. And their animals beings are finished.
But you know, you're the bus driver, you know. Yeah, there he is. You know, I was like, that's cool. It's like we're made for it.
Mic check, check 1, 2. If you ain't talking dollars, I can't understand you. Mic check, check 1, 2. If it ain't a check or text, that's all I'm gon' do. Mic check, check 1, 2. If you ain't talking dollars, I can't.
Why should our kids eat healthy? That's a good question. What happens when they don't eat healthy? Well, eating unhealthy leads to an unhealthy life. What can it lead to, you may ask? It can lead to childhood obesity, which leads to diabetes, high blood pressure, and also heart problems. It also can lead to our kids taking medicines at an early age and also extended hospital stays. How can we bring awareness to our kids about childhood obesity? How can we bring awareness to our parents about childhood obesity? Bringing awareness to our kids and their families about childhood obesity helps the whole family. Everyone is healthy and everyone is happy. I think I might have a solution. Follow me and let's see.
Thank you. Welcome to another great show of APN TV Media. We have a lot in store for you today. As a matter of fact, hey Bob, this time we have not just a musician. He's a singer, songwriter, and musician, and from Southern California. His name is Gregory Brock. I think a lot of you know who I'm talking about. Yes, Gregory Brock, and he's also doing a sound and involved with the soundtrack, which will be
soundtrack of a movie.
Of the movie called Cottonwood.
Yes.
It was directed by Lou Gossett Jr.
Right.
Yes. But I'll tell you what, we're going to get into all that in a moment. Bob, you got anything for us today?
Not yet. I have to
yet.
see Gregory.
Huh?
I have to see Gregory and see what's going on there.
Oh, so you can't wait either. And on that note, we'll be right back after this.
Yeah, watch it. Got the riffs on the track. That on the boards. Church. Bishop Lamont. Wow. Yeah.
Bob, I was talking about, with the Donald Trump and all that stuff, and they talk about the delegates, but you know what? Actually, we ain't even going to worry about that on this show. I'll tell you what, I love the songs that Gregory Brock has produced. I mean, oh my gosh, it's insane. As a matter of fact, I told my wife I was dedicating it to a certain song, was Take My Hand, but I didn't want to tell her that yet. That was kind of funny.
Yeah.
And you know what? But without further ado, everybody, I want to go ahead, just for right now, we're going to get into this. I want to go ahead and introduce to you a two-time Billboard songwriter, singer, and musician, Gregory Brock. Yeah.
Morning.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Hey Greg, how you doing?
Great. Good to be with you guys. How are y'all doing?
Doing fine. I hope I got it right. I know I was saying, because, you do it all. You're
really?
Who
told
you
that?
Songwriter.
Don't believe those bios.
Oh.
They're just fluff, meant to make me sound better.
Oh.
No, but I do write and produce and just write, produce, sing, perform my own stuff. Now you mentioned Take My Hand. I thought I'd make sure and clarify that is a cover song by a Christian band called The Cry. In case you probably already did know that, but I didn't want anybody to get the wrong idea.
Oh, I'm sorry. So it's the cover. So how do I address it to everybody?
It's a remake or a cover of a song by The Cry. K-R-Y. It's a beautiful song, and I just had to redo it. And I can't do the original justice, but I get a lot of good comments on my version. So,
well, you did a great job on it. Yes, I heard both versions actually.
Yeah, it's a wonderful song. Someone introduced it to me, about 15 years ago. And again, it's just always been a favorite of mine, and it just kind of fit with what I'm doing. So I just did a cover of it. It's a great song. Wish I had written it.
Oh, you did excellent. Actually, the way you sung it's actually you know what I said. I was telling everybody that a lot of people that it had a lot of power in it. A lot of I hope I'm saying this right. Spiritual power. It's it's like you can feel the presence of the Holy Spirit, and I had to throw that out there because I love the good Lord. So hey, we all know that, It touched me, and I kept saying, I got called up and trying to tell somebody, and they said, "What's wrong with you?" I said, "I can't stop crying because I know this song has power in it. It's got this anointing that it actually can touch someone and change their life."
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with you, brother, but a lot of people don't understand what you're feeling or we're feeling, but absolutely, it is powerful. And I like the way the lyricist wrote that song because he's writing it as if God's talking to you, which I kind of like that angle.
Yeah, that's what I thought. A lot of your songs have powerful meaning into it, and you know what? I always look at it this way throughout my life is that, let the let the music hit you, let the music reach you. The music that has positivity, music that has that type of encouragement. Something that when you're listening to, you're not just listening to the music, but you're listening to the words at the same time, and it does something.
Yeah, I totally agree. I like to try and write something that maybe inspires you or lifts your spirits, or or maybe even speaks of trials that we've been through. But there's always redemption.
Yes. Well, that's a lot on this planet.
Sure is.
The whole planet needs redemption.
Boy, do we ever.
Yes.
It's good to hear music that does have some meaning and that has a spiritual and psychological impact.
Yeah, I don't generally particularly care for the today. There's a lot of music out here today that you have to. I guess that's because how the children who had children, where somehow the transition about art itself within the music industry is that they listen to the music, but they're not even paying attention to the song.
Yeah,
so they're
right.
dancing to the music and not knowing what it's saying. I even have to tell my grandkids, actually I would love to tell them that when they get older. Do you understand what you're listening to? But, telling my children, which they're all grown, it's kind of hard to tell them that, but,
Sure.
Be careful what you listen to.
Yeah,
Because there are positive power and there's negative power in music. And the words behind the music. And the words
Yeah,
behind
you're
the
right.
music.
And we can, like you said, we can be taking it in subconsciously, but it definitely, your brain will interpret it or digest it, and it's going to, manifest itself somehow, whether it's negative or positive.
Yes, that is correct.
Grandkids? Did I hear you
Yes.
say grandkids?
I have over 9 grandkids.
Oh my gosh, that's
Thank you.
awesome. You got a baseball team, a hockey team, and a basketball.
Oh, you know it.
There you go, Stephen.
I just wish one day they were, and I'm throwing it out here on TV too. I wish one day somebody in the family worked for dear old dad or granddad at one of these companies. Gee,
No kidding.
golly, they're too much of today's want to hang out on the computer and
Oh, yeah.
just hang out. I don't mind hanging out, but there is such a thing as work, 8, 9, 10 hours a day. I better shut up.
Mentioning family and Gregory's name, I didn't realize that this was going to be, the connection was going to be to L.A. I have an ex-brother-in-law named Greg Twitchell who lives out in that area and has performed music for years and years.
Oh my gosh.
And a nephew named Jordan Twitchell who has performed all over the East Coast.
Wow, so you got a lot of music in your genes.
Yeah, but they're right out where you're at.
That's great. Now, does that mean you going to be doing some singing for us today or anything like that? Or
Oh, I'm not going to. I could clear out an entire room when I sing.
You're going to do some Congress singing, huh?
Yeah, watch it. Got the words on the track. Dead on the boards. Church. Bishop Lamar. Wow. Yeah.
scared of the unknown. Take my hand and walk. Don't live in the past, 'cause yesterday's gone. Wishing memories would last. You're afraid to carry on. Oh, you don't know what's coming, but you know the one who holds tomorrow. I will be your guide, take you through the night. Keep your eyes on me. Take my hand and walk where I lead. Keep your eyes on me alone. Don't you say why will the old days better, just because you're scared of the unknown. Take my hand and walk where I lead. You will never be alone. Fate is to be sure of what you hope for, and the evidence of things not seen. Take my hand and walk. Just like a child holding daddy's hand. Don't let go of mine. You know you can stand on your own. Take my hand and walk where I lead. Keep your eyes on me alone. Don't you say why will the old days better, just because you're scared of the unknown. Take my hand and walk where I lead. You will never be alone. Faith is to be sure of what you hope for, and the evidence of things not seen. Take my hand and walk. Oh, take my hand and walk. Take my hand and walk.
I don't know. It might.
Well, I got some questions for you if you're up to answering a few.
Sure.
You got it. You know, actually, let me go with what are you currently working on at the present moment?
I just got done in the studio finishing just a few singles with a new project. It's called Nightengale, and I think that's the one that you have in the video. It's a few different songs.
Yes.
I hooked up with a female singer actually at church and singing in the worship team, and I just thought she was phenomenal. But more than that, I just thought there was a certain sound that our voices had together, and I just had to work with her. So we just started forming this project called Nightengale, and we're going to be releasing a single very shortly. But yeah, that's what I'm working on right now. I'm pretty excited about it.
I wanted to ask you about it. So Nightengale is the new coming album.
Yes.
Excellent. Woo! I was wondering. That was my next mental note. I was going to ask you about.
So
excellent.
Is it a duet on every song?
That's, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to sort of frame it that way. I mean, I guess I would compare it with, you know, it's almost a Fleetwood Mac type of thing where, there's a few different singers, but I do like the sound of our voices together. So I really try and, I really want to work on that sound. That's the sound I want to push.
That sounds good. That'll be interesting to hear.
Yeah, I hope you enjoy it.
Thank you. As a matter of fact, Bob, we're gonna, you know what, everybody, I'll tell you what, you'll get to listen to some of the music right now at the moment, because we're gonna go right into our PSA commercial, but we'll be having Gregory Brock doing his a couple, actually. Matter of fact, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to have him do a few songs, or a few song videos, or a few video songs for us. How about that?
Sounds good to me.
That's good enough.
Good
All
to
right.
me.
Yeah, oh, thank you. All right. Check out the videos coming up right after this.
Picture a girl who could tell your whole world at the seams. Get a glimpse in her eyes and you've realized all of your dreams. She's sweet as strawberry pie, but then she'll make you wanna cry. But it's innocence that she reveals when you just look and see. She's from heaven above. She's your flesh and blood. Explain just why everything's changed so soon. 'Cause nothing compares to the way that she lights up the room. You've thrown away all of the things that you thought joy would bring, and nothing else matters as much anymore to you. She's from heaven above. She's your flesh and blood. That she'd figured her out, think again. 'Cause every day she's a bit older and wiser than. She tells you the way you should go, things that you already know. It's simply profound but astoundingly brand new again. Flesh and blood. She's from heaven above. She's so easy to love. She's your flesh and blood. Whoa, whoa. Yeah.
Watch it. Got the riffs on the track. That on the boards. Church. Bishop Lamont. Wow. Yeah. Yes. Welcome back. Hey, Bob, that was pretty powerful, huh?
That was. That was good to hear.
And I am definitely looking forward to you know what? Hey, Greg, actually, there's it's just cool. It's pretty blessed. You have quite a bit of people that even today they were having people come to the set here, come to the show to watch the taping.
Are you serious?
Yes. As a matter of fact, we'll give a shout out to, I think her name is Mary. She's one of them that does fine cleaning.
Mary Cruz, I love her. She's a wonderful friend.
Oh, excellent. Woo! I thought I was going to see now for a second because I saw it again. I said, "Oh my God, she's bringing people to the front."
I also call her lengua larga because she talks a lot.
Oh,
she'll kill me when she hears that, but I love her. She's a dear friend.
Yes, I figure I'd give her a shout out on your behalf and
really
our appreciation. That's dedication. That's dedication. Yes.
Nice to have friends like that.
Yes, definitely. Also, what are your influences?
Well, I mean, of course, it sounds cliche to say everything I hear, but it really is everything I hear. And but my influences have changed as I've gotten older. The Beatles, without a doubt, and that probably sounds cliche too, but for them not to be an influence, I mean, I still enjoy their music as much as I ever did. And I actually have a lot of classical. I'm not saying I'm classically trained, that's for sure, but I just love a lot of different types of music. Definitely, I have a lot of R&B in my background. I love like the classic R&B, Al Green, that kind of stuff. Love that. And
yes.
Just again, Beatles, contemporary adult music. That's kind of my thing.
Very good. Contemporary adult music.
Yeah. Well,
I can understand that. Yes.
And the Beatles, when they came out, it was a new sound. Before then, you hadn't heard anything quite like that.
No, and that's totally. I totally agree with that. They turned pop music on its head, and it was never the same since. They just introduced a whole different types of chord progressions that had never been done in pop music. And I mean, I do have a lot of rock in my background as well. I mean, even Led Zeppelin, I kind of compare them with the Beatles of rock. They just turned it on its head and, never was the same.
Right. And have you ever listened to Mose Allison?
No.
Every musician I ever knew liked Mose Allison. Now, I'm a lot older than you are, so the musicians I knew are probably not performing anymore, at least most of them. But the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, Jimi Hendrix, we're all big fans of Mose Allison. If you get something he did, now he had a very smooth, easy sound. Like, you probably are not aware of the song that was popular many years ago called You Talk Too Much.
Yeah, you just talk.
Well, that's it. Well, Mose Allison did something in the same vein, but the lyrics went something like this. If talk was criminal, you'd lead a life of crime. If silence was golden, you wouldn't have a dime. If you insist on speaking, please make it rhyme, because your mind is on vacation and your mouth is working overtime.
Well, he said that much more eloquently.
Mose Allison.
Mose Allison.
I gotta check that out.
Oh yeah, you would like his. I bet you would like a lot of his stuff. One of his most popular songs was "I live the life I live. I love the life. I live the life I love, and I love the life I live." Took me a while to get that one out.
But it was worth the wait. No, that's really good.
I did want to say one of the songs that caught my attention was the it was kind of interesting, and maybe I could utilize that word in a synonym, but it was Book of Dreams, and what was interesting is the way the concept on how the video was put together, the expression, and the music. It's like it had its own different type rhythm.
Yeah, and well, that was another a subsequent studio session that I did after my first EP, and it was really stripped down. I just kind of wanted to do something a little different, so there was a lot more percussion-oriented stuff rather than just full drum kit kind of sound. Wasn't a full band sound; it was very stripped down. And so I just wanted to create some percussion behind it that's kind of drove it, but yet wasn't overpowering the whole song.
Yes, it almost sounded like you created your own type of background of music. I mean, it's just the sound, the pitch, everything sounds just a little bit. It almost sounds just a. I know that it's You're also Canadian, right?
No, I'm just a boring old SoCal boy.
Oh, okay, because it has a little a sense of the type of instruments that Canadians and Irish, because my wife is Irish, Irish and French, and oh my gosh, a redhead, woo! But to me, I know. Well, she tell me she wears the pants, but I say yes. But everybody knows she'll make sure I get home by 8 o'clock. The type of instruments that are utilized in Ireland and stuff like that, and I've been remembering hearing those type of sound. It's like a different type of sound, and I can't come up with it. All I know is different. I mean, it's unique. You got it in a lot of your, rainbow in your eyes. You have Change the Stars, and We Were Free. And I'm looking. I love Angel Without Wings, but I'm listening to a certain type of new type of pattern.
Well, you know what? I got a comment, because that's really interesting that you picked up on that, and I guess I would have to go back to your other question, what are my influences? Just before I started, or right around the same time I started recording, the first EP that I did, I really got into Celtic Woman. I don't know if you're familiar with them at all. Okay. But it's the first time I ever heard any kind of Irish or Celtic music, and I just really began to just really get into it. I mean, I saw them several times, and I just really started, and I think it, obviously as a parent that I was influenced by the music as well. I just love that whole Celtic vibe. It's so cool.
Very good. Thank you. See?
You are perceptive, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Did you ever listen to much Dave Brubeck?
Pardon?
Did you ever listen to much of Dave Brubeck's music?
Yes. That I'm familiar with.
Okay. I just wondered because he had a very different sound, and I thought the way Stephen's describing your sound, that sounds like you might have listened to some Dave Brubeck.
Yeah, I may have even been influenced by him without even being conscious of it. But yeah, that's a good observation as well.
Okay. Hey, you know what? Actually, let me get another question before we go into our PSA commercial here. I know I'm going to jump into another question. I'm going to do it this way. How long have you been writing music?
Well, I was in, other rock and roll projects when I was younger. But I really started, I think, just kind of cultivating and perfecting my craft. Probably in the, around 2006, 2007. And, there goes my clock.
Yeah.
It's time for
Yeah, watch it. Got the verse on the track. Dead on the boards. Church. Bishop Lamar. Wow. Yeah.
That's wrong.
Quit. Well, quit if you want to, boy, but we need you out there.
Yes. And as a matter of fact, though, I want to get into something else here before we forget. Is the actually, we're getting to that because we're going to talk about Cottonwood, but the spiritual overtones in your lyrics. The spiritual overtone in your lyrics has got influence. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, no, it's okay. We're on the same page anyways, but, the influence is God's influence on you with your lyrics.
Yeah, absolutely. I gave my life to Christ about 20 years ago.
Yes.
And it's really hard to not write about it. I kind of just choose my own way to write about it. Everybody has their, songwriting methods or whatever. It's not really contrived, but I just kind of like to just kind of hint at things where people don't feel necessarily threatened or, just turned off by, in your face kind of lyrics. But, and again, there's a place for that, which is, it's all great. But again, I just kind of want to appeal to people in a way that kind of makes them kind of contemplate things, think about that there's a greater power that's making everything, the way it is, and that's pretty much where my writing is all about.
Have you ever done a version of Amazing Grace?
at church, but I can tell you this, it's kind of funny. I just recently saw one where they did the melody of House of the Rising Sun to Amazing Grace, and it just sounded awesome. I'd love to be able to do something like that.
That's cool.
Yeah, that does sound interesting.
I mean, it fits perfectly. You would think they were written at the same time, but they actually do work together. It's kind of a cool way to do that song.
And I definitely appreciate how your song has a way to make a person think without having to think so hard. It's just to think. So the what's interesting is it's not as much as to put to where your music or like, I always look at it this way. I said sometimes people have to, there are those that, they fly so high up in the clouds, that they can't come down, and then if something's out of order, they crash, and they you shouldn't have said that or this and that, and they're like, whoa, you don't understand what I'm trying to say, and they say, well, God is great. I said, yes, I know that, but then they go, and then go off, and I'm like, we are still the brother and sisters in Christ. I say, this is how I feel, I mean, I'll be like, to me, I'm like, well, Jesus, my boy, that's, we tight. So, I feel that way instead of, then to be so high on the pedestal that you can't talk to the person next to you.
That's a really good point. That's a really good point, and I try and apply it to my own personal experiences, my own trials, and, my valleys and mountain experiences. And again, I try and keep it sort of generic, because everybody can relate to those things, but then I take it to the point where it's not coincidence. There's something else going on here. But again, it's just kind of meant to get people to think a little bit.
Yes, and that I commend you on, definitely. Yes.
Thank you.
And that's why I love your work on how you're doing it. It's different. It truly is different. I mean, in an excellent way. It's truly unique, and I have to say that, and I still have to say it. It has. And maybe not too many people understand the concept of what I'm talking about, but I know there's a lot of, and because they know me and the ministerial aspect of things around here, is that they know that I have to say that you have a lot of anointing in your words, a lot of power in the music as well. So people are able to comprehend at any level, any age, comprehend it without trying to think too hard.
I appreciate that.
You're very welcome.
To God be the glory, though. That's for sure.
Yes, to God be the glory. Okay, now let's get to Cottonwood. All right, the Cottonwood film by Lou Gossett Jr. He's director. Lou Gossett Jr. director, which you will be. Are you still working on the songs for it? Or better yet, I'll tell you what. Wait a minute. How about this? You tell us, or say, there's the songs that you were writing about. Some of the songs that you were writing, which I did notice on here for Cottonwood. Tell us a little bit about it. Cottonwood, the music, everything.
Well, I just got connected with this project through a friend of mine that I've been working with for a little while. Her name is Sarita Stevens. She was the one that wrote Cagney and Lacey, the original screenplay. And she asked me if I could write country, and I just say yes to everything, and I'll figure it out later. So she hooked me up with another person that I was working with. Her name's Italia Gandolfo. Hello, Italia. But anyways, so she hooked me up with a lyricist. So I didn't write the lyrics. And this is the first time I ever done anything like that. And I was kind of excited, and I liked the challenge of just being handed lyrics and just coming up with something. So Italia and I went back and forth, and the lyricist's name is Robert Trent. He's another man of Christ. There's just a lot of people in this whole circle I believe that God's just placing in my path. And anyway, he wrote, he would just send me a bunch of lyrics. I'd write back, I'd write the music and send it back and forth to Italia. No, yes, no, and then finally We got about 8 or 9 songs. We submitted them to the producer, and she really loved them. So there's about, I don't know which ones they're going to put in the film yet, but it's been a long process. I mean, they've been working on this film for years. I mean, it's probably been about 3 or 4 years now.
Yes.
And they just got funding this past year, so that things are starting to move forward. But it takes a long time.
Yes, as a matter of fact, I was going to say it was Mark Campbell production, but I think there's 2 people.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they're going to allow all the schools to have. Our technology is so advanced. It's scary.
Yeah, I've always heard that whatever technology we're aware of, the government knows of stuff that's 100 years beyond where we're at right now. Anyway, there's no way we could know what they know.
Oh no. There was a book out years ago called "Angels Don't Play This Harp," HAARP. And it's about Tesla technology, where the government has a big operation over in Alaska, where they can cause lightning storms, and they could drop an army right to its knees by what they can do with this stuff coming out of the atmosphere.
Well,
yeah,
that's really interesting. Now we're getting into sci-fi stuff.
Yeah, we cover it all here.
Yeah, I'm seeing that. Take it from our political analyst. He's going to take us from the great Everglades of Congress down to your whole backyard, sitting at the table, looking at holograms coming out with little green men from your TV set.
Oh, it couldn't be. Might not be little green men. Might look like Frankenstein, or it could be anything.
But that tells me now you can run for president.
I thought about that.
Hey, anyway, let me see. Hey, Greg.
Yeah.
I tell you what. You know what? I tell you what. No. Everybody, I tell you what. I know we're running out of time, but we'll be right back after this.
Sky and see the universe, I have to stop myself and wonder why it's so hard for me to find a world that thinks about more than simply me, myself and I. It's something I can't see, but for now we'll have to be in my book of dreams. Book of dreams. In my book of dreams.
Welcome back. Yes, welcome back. I'm sorry, but I had to mess with Bob. Because Bob, you never know what's going to come off on the top of his head. But it's very educational. I gotta admit that.
Yep.
And Greg,
Yes.
you are a beautiful person. There's no doubt about that.
Thanks for that.
God's blessings on you. There's no mistake about that. The things that are happening in your life and what you're conveying to people, yes, you deserve it. You deserve it, actually. This movie Cottonwood, it didn't just land in your lap. What they call it, divine appointment of divine. There's a divine anointing, and then there's a divine appointment.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yes. So there is no coincidence how everything is happening in that retrospect.
Well, I appreciate your kind words too. And again, nothing. I don't believe in that word coincidence or luck. So it's all ordained.
Yes, it's all ordained. Yes.
Yes.
But you guys are wonderful as well, and I appreciate your kindness and your hospitality toward me today.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, Greg. And I'm looking forward to in the near future having you come back on the show again too, as well.
Oh, I'd love to. That'd be wonderful.
Yes. All right, everybody. You know what, Greg? Thanks for coming on the show. You're not going to talk afterwards anyway. We got some projects we want to work on.
Great.
Yes, not a problem, man. And Bob, anything?
No, it was great to hear what Greg had to say, though. That's really good. I'm looking forward to listening to a lot more of your music.
Thanks so much. I appreciate everything, and I'm looking forward to reading your book and reading more about your hometown of Monroe.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. I'll talk to you shortly, Greg.
All right. God bless you guys.
Hey, God bless. Take care.
You too.
You too. And everybody else, we'll be right back after this. Welcome back. Yes. So what do you think, Bob?
He was good.
Yes.
I really am looking forward to hearing his music, more of it.
Yes.
And it's good that he talks about the spiritual influence and causing people to get a little interest in what's happening. And instead of beating them over the head with it, just letting them move in that direction if that's how they're so inclined.
Yes, and that's what I love about his music is because it's not lyrics separate by itself, and it's not the music separate by itself. They actually intertwine, and you can actually enjoy the music and understand the lyrics, and it's not offensive. Right. It just makes you think. It helps you think without thinking so hard.
Yes, and
at any age.
There is music today that is very offensive. If you have a woman who's been raised with traditional values, some of that music is so vulgar and insulting to a woman, it's just amazing. And I would never take a woman into a place where that type of thing's being played.
Yeah.
But, what he's talking about, what Greg is talking about, is really good stuff. And I think the moral standards in this country have been deliberately lowered. I mean, The statue of Satan up by that courthouse in Detroit is no accident. People are pushing that. You know, there's a big tie between people who want a one-world government and demon worshippers.
Wow, it's a lot to think about. It's a lot to think about. And you know what? As a matter of fact, and everybody need to we need to keep a brush on, you know, keep our eyes and ears open for the movie Cottonwood. The Hollywood film Cottonwood. And that's kind of awesome that Greg is a part of that.
I'm looking forward to seeing that now that I've heard so much about it.
Yes, yes. Well, anyway, everybody, it's that time, and I thank, and you know, it's a blessing. So I thank all of you being on the show. So we're looking forward to seeing you next week. So have a blessed evening. Take care.
Yeah, watch it. Got the words on the track. That on the boards. Church. Bishop Lamar. Wow. Yeah, the statistics shows my ballistic flows generate big cake, not big candles. That spaghetti them O's. I'm so ready, how to pack my clothes. I'm so heavy with no D. How them boys, I rock them gators more than beat boys. I'm the real raw deal, y'all just steal decoys like them duck hunters running, blowing whistles, making noise. It's official, tell them missiles, I'm the dizzle, flow sizzle, folk shizzle. I'm off the hizzy, busy signal. I got that hustle muscle for that green like Lou Brick. No, not from New Orleans, but can you see me, homie? Mic check, check 1, 2. If it ain't a check or text, that's all I'm gon' do. Mic check, check 1, 2. If you ain't talking dollars, I can't understand you. Mic check, check 1, 2. If it ain't a check or text, that's all I'm gon' do. Mic check, check 1, 2. If you ain't talking dollars, I can't understand you. Yeah, look around, left, right, up and down. Ain't nobody like me. Wrist so icy, colors like iced tea. Them diamonds get pricey. Got rich now, everybody so nice to me. I'm a whiz kid, Doogie Howser. Just like the game, snatch your dame, I'm Bowser. Spit hot flames, stay sagging in my trousers. Even on church day, the preacher like no way. And Miss Jenkins like, Lord, take them demons away. In my headphones, Jesus walks by Kanye. Macking to a chickie, trying to get some kissy kissy. You can nibble on my neck, but no hickey. Mic check, check 1, 2. If it ain't a check or text, that's all I'm gon' do. Mic check, check 1, 2. If you ain't talking dollars, I can't understand you. Mic check, check 1, 2. If it ain't a check or text, that's all I'm gon' do. Mic check, check 1, 2. If you ain't talking dollars, I can't understand you. Baby, I'm the bomb diggy. Girls be begging for another chance like I'm Biggie. I run the city, call me P. Diddy. My life's Whoopi Goldberg, it ain't nothing pretty. It's been a long time coming, this ain't happened quickly. Overnight, try more like over and over into the morning light. Steady trying to get it right.